There is a young group of guys who dream of a perfect system. They captivate the eyes and the ears of the public with their own musical color. A label that is closest to getting into Billboard. A label that attracts everyone's attention with their trendy and unique style. Dream Perfect Regime. This is DPR.
Take one. If you're new to this, ain't the world come up with this.
It didn't take long enough for the indie label DPR to get the attention from the public. Compared to the other labels, they got their props quickly with their unique sounds and visual aesthetics. With their own musical identity, DPR immediately became a part of the mainstream of Korean hip-hop scene.
내가 이렇게 바뀌는 게 멋있을 것 같아, 사람들이. 랩. 이렇게 이런.
People talk about their work style when they first bring DPR on the table. They organically combine each one of the members' individual abilities to reach the perfect system that they dream of. Each artist tries to maximize his fullest abilities in his field, and these results come together to complete their work of art. They have members that produce the trendiest work. The members work in a way where they constantly exchange feedbacks on their beats, raps, and videos. Through this ping-pong work procedure, they move one step closer to the perfect system that they always dream of. A group of young guys who came together for the DPR's art, not for individual work. The group is consisted of the rapper, DPR Live, producer, DPR Cream, visual director, DPR Ian, to creative directors, DPR Ram, and DPR Klein. Structured by these talented individuals, DPR shines brightly by painting their unique color on the music canvas. DPR is where sound and visual experts come together in a room to produce the best form of art. Through their concentrated and thoughtful selection, the label members mix their own individuality into their boiling pot. Just like DPR Live once said, DPR is a family that came together to pursue and fulfill their artistic goals as one. In many ways, this work ethic of DPR shows similarities with ASAP Mob. The ASAP Mob, as you already know, is a collective of one of the best hip-hop artists from all around the world, such as ASAP Rocky and ASAP Ferg. They have rappers, producers, video directors, and fashion designers to form a dream team. With this team foundation, each of the ASAP members can focus on their own specific role and still build ASAP's incomparable identity. And when you take a closer look at DPR members' work ethic and how they name each crew member with DPR in the front, they share similar features with the ASAP crews. DPR Live mentioned that the DPR members are always inspired by each other's visual and auditory content. DPR Cream also said that he thinks about the production of the music video when he first makes the beat. He sometimes begins to work on the beats after watching DPR Ian's videos. This means that DPR's music production doesn't have a chronological order in the making. Sometimes the sounds inspire the video contents, and sometimes the visual elements inspire the sounds. Through this dynamic interaction of audio-visual content, DPR members continue to inspire each other and consequently paint their unique color. The artist who landed on Korean hip-hop scene like a comet, his name is DPR Live, Hwang. He says he started making music to deliver positive energy to the world, and in order to achieve these goals, he sends this message and the art to the public through his music. An artist born in 1993, DPR Live began his spectacular career with Till I Die in 2015.
I'ma rap till I die, motherfucker, all of me. 내가 rapper 할 땐 잘
His fluent English and melodic rap styles that were built up through 13 years of immigrant life in Guam were well enough to stimulate the listener's ears. In the song Till I Die, he talks about his musical beliefs and fate amid being considered as the rookie artist. In the music video Till I Die, which has a monotonous tone to it, he unleashes his own refined, trendy musical talent. Still a bit clumsy, DPR Live introduces their frontman, DPR Live, to the public in their own way. And in 2016, DPR Live's ENG Freestyle with Groovy Room, Flow Sick, Owen, Punch Nalo, and CK was released through the media. The music video of ENG Freestyle, which shows the efforts of DPR to capture Korean culture and aesthetics, has gained more than 40 million views on YouTube, creating a boom of ENG Freestyle in the hip-hop scene. With its popularity, the song got inserted into a YouTube commercial as a background music.
요즘 래퍼들 sounding extra lame. Put you in your place, call that real estate.
In March of 2017, DPR Live started to take action with the release of his debut EP album. The 7-track EP Coming to You Live captivated the public with its elaborate and unique rapping styles and sounds. But there was something else that brought surprise to the listeners, the flashy featuring lineup. Crush in the 2nd track Laputa.
My grace, 널 내가 기다린 것 같이 사람 품이 그리웠던 것 같이 You make me feel like I'm in your arms.
Loco and J Park in the 3rd track Right Here Right Now.
사장님들 덕에 높아진 눈
시원하게 웃었자 한잔하면서 go polo.
Dean in the 4th track Know Me, and in the 5th track Please, Kim Hyo-eun, G2, and Dumbfounded participated to add some flavors.
거리 물고 making trouble like I said it before. 이 자식들은 내가 부러워 나 한다고 하지마 어디가 See me on the street there might be an altercation.
The fact that so many famous artists participated in the debut EP of a rookie was enough to bring the attention of Korean hip-hop listeners. Coming to You Live brought up a big rookie to the surface who lead the hip-hop scene. And in December of the same year, DPR Live released his 2nd EP.
Martini blue 너란 바로 속에 헤엄치고 있잖아 Baby you're my
Returning with a more mature sound compared to Coming to You Live, DPR Live fully melted down his trendy vibes into the album. Unlike his previous EP, which many famous artists featured in, the newest EP Her was solely unfolded with the voice of DPR Live. The track Jasmine from EP Her drew attention for collaborating with Code Kunst.
know I can paint the world Sitting there in black and gold You the perfect chemical I gotta test, I gotta
The music video of Jasmine received a lot of love from the fans, with 27 million views on YouTube. The EP Her, which includes DPR Live's popular songs Text Me and Martini Blue, in addition to Jasmine, literally struck the local Korean hip-hop scenes. He added his sophisticated tone on DPR Cream's unique synth sound beat to complete DPR's luxurious and trendy music. With these 2 EP albums, DPR Live made his name out in the public and was named in the New Artist of the Year category at the 2018 Korean Hip Hop Awards.
DPR 라이브 축하드립니다. 일단은 저희가 그냥 보여드릴 것도 아직 많고 아직 해야 될 일도 많다고 생각이 들어서 이 상은 팬분들이 응원해 주신다는 의미로 감사히 받겠습니다. 감사합니다.
We still have a lot to show and a lot of work to do, DPR Live said in an acceptance speech, revealing his musical aspiration that will be released in the future. He imprinted his name Live on the hip-hop scene that he came up with when he was in the army.
I'm a movie, don't worry, I'm the pursuing So I'm like, I'm a rider, I'm a Watson, I'm a Ever since I ever felt you Right there, life couldn't seem better
DPR Live continued his career with playlists in 2018, Action with Grey, and Gravity in 2019, which has a rock and roll kick to it. However, the release of his first studio album that all the fans were waiting for at the moment was nowhere to be found. Instead, he went around from cities to cities for his tour. And then he fell into a deep slump. In a later interview he did, DPR Live recalled the times and said that he abused himself and suffered depression and anxiety that originated from the pressure that came from tours and stage performances. DPR members also have revealed their honest experiences from the slump through documentaries like Eyes of DPR. DPR Live reached a point where he constantly thought to himself about, should I give up making music? And eventually went way back to the times when he first started making music. Why did I start making music? And his answer to the question was, to deliver a positive energy to my fans. Right then, he has retrieved confidence in his music and restarted working on an album. Finally, in March of 2020, DPR Live's first full-length studio album, Is Anybody Out There, was released.
Your kisses make it go neon, 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 neon.
Is Anybody Out There, the album that was completed with the DPR label's long efforts and dedications, caught the attention of many hip-hop listeners soon after it was released. The album had 11 tracks in total and offered a high quality in terms of sound.
Explain yourself, girl, why so cruel? The way you kiss it, oh so rude.
In Is Anybody Out There, DPR Live brought a couple of different types of song concepts compared to the ones that he previously released. The album overall shows a well-balanced combination of their color and experimental sounds, all in the background theme of a galaxy. However, the listeners have mixed reviews about the album. Some listeners positively viewed DPR Live's experimental sounds and concepts, whereas some are disappointed because they were expecting his original sounds that he had previously shown. While the public was going back and forth with mixed arguments, the documentary Liftoff was released on YouTube that showed the whole album production process. The documentary was about the hard times that DPR went through while making the album. During the production of the album Is Anybody Out There, they turned their concerns into songs.
Yeah, I know people are gonna feel something when they listen to this.
Yeah.
생각지 못한 감동을 받았으면 좋겠다.
But in the process, the listeners were expecting the original sounds of DPR felt something odd. In response to these kinds of negative feedbacks, DPR Live expressed his opinion during an interview. First of all, DPR Live acknowledged the fact that many of his fans were expecting songs with brighter tones like Martini Blue and Reputed. However, the fact that he went through a deep slump made him want to create songs that represent a serious, thoughtful side of himself, just like the song To Whatever. And he called himself Canvas, which means that he wanted to show that he is musically evolving by bringing in a new set of sounds, not the ones that are already approved by the public. The current DPR Live still considers himself as a rookie, and he is becoming a better version of himself, step by step, while showing his best form of art to the public at the forefront. DPR's goal is to attract the audiences by offering a real special audio-visual experience, and this is why visual art plays such a big role in DPR's perfect music system. And at the heart of it, there is this visual director, DPR Ian. DPR Ian, Christian Yu Barom. A young artist born in 1990 from Australia is currently in charge of making music videos for DPR. DPR Ian has been continuously active in directing DPR's music videos and video contents. Considering that he has more than twice as many Instagram followers as the DPR's frontman, DPR Live, DPR Ian's presence and position in the team cannot be ignored. DPR Ian plays a pivotal role in bringing the unique visualization into life that sets them apart from the other labels.
The blue skies are telling me to go that way, yeah.
With the recent increase in the supply of visual music contents, the listeners have been exposed to all kinds of visual elements of music. Visual contents like music videos and lyric videos are being distributed through YouTube and other video platforms. DPR is a label that makes the most out of this current music trend. DPR Ian captures their sophisticated and trendy musical color in his music video. Their fresh sound filled with special visual elements were more than enough to attract the public's attention. To DPR members, music videos are not just a means of promoting their music, but rather another form of art that represents their own identity of musical style. DPR Ian once talked about where he gets his inspiration. He emphasized the importance of expressing his past experiences in colors. His way of expressing his ideas is openly shown in their music videos. In his videos, he always puts colors that match the overall mood and tone of the songs. From monotonic videos that give you calmness to colorful videos that captivate your eyes, DPR Ian sets the colors that match the characteristics of given DPR songs. The monocolored short music videos that exhibit solemn moods like Till I Die and Jasmine capture the sensibility of a main character, DPR Live. On the other hand, in videos like Neon and Legacy, experimental CGs and special effects are being used to create different sets of mood. DPR visual art is completed with DPR Ian's signature camera directing, walking, and editing. At the beginning of the career, the music videos consisted of only the gesture and motions of DPR Live that fit the song. Therefore, the videos had some sort of disappointments that they were solely dependent on the editing and techniques. However, as more songs and videos were getting released, DPR Ian began to add new concepts and directing to the music videos. The current videos that are way more experimental with colorful CGs and production have become the main focal point when the public talks about DPR. DPR Ian's passion and love for his videos can be found almost everywhere he goes. When it comes to music video locations, DPR Ian tries his best to find a place from all over the world that can picture the exotic mood that he wants to portray. And that is why most of DPR music videos are filmed overseas, and many of beautiful sceneries around the world are melted into their music videos.
하나, 둘.
지금 이제 다리를 이것만 있거든.
DPR Ian never stops running in order to perfectly deliver the song's vibe to the listeners and to produce a more complete video. As a matter of fact, there's an interesting story. During the music video shoot for Legacy, there was an accident where DPR Live was literally caught on fire. In a situation where he could have suffered a major burn, do you know what DPR Ian said to DPR Live? It was, "Are you okay, bro? Dude, it's amazing." And the accident footage was actually used in the music video. Thinking back to the incident, DPR Ian and DPR Live said, "We can sacrifice everything for the sake of our art." This allows us to take a look at DPR's desire and passion to create the best videos. There's a producer who DPR Live calls him Kanye West. His name is DPR Cream. DPR Live's musicality and talents are being reborn as they go through DPR Cream's hands. With DPR Cream's touch, their music becomes something that no one can try to mimic. They become their own color. DPR Cream expands their musical spectrum by combining different genres of music, such as rock, jazz, and R&B, with the foundation of trendy future bass and synth pop sounds. DPR Cream once said in an interview that music is what makes it possible for you to visit places that you've never been to. He allows his listeners to go through a variety of auditory experiences by unraveling his music with his own colorful themes. In this process, he shows his sense in jazz, rock, and orchestra, not only hip-hop. DPR Cream's role is to bring DPR's musical ideas into life and make them tangible for their fans.
Do you feel it? Well, I feel it.
DPR Cream said that he hated the fact that he had a wide range of musical spectrum because before he joined DPR, he had constantly failed to build his own individual musical identity. It felt like he knew a lot about music but didn't dig deep enough on just one type of music. And currently, DPR Cream is producing DPR's audio-visual contents with his own musical identity. DPR Cream, with the help of DPR Live, decides and pursues where DPR should head. They put their heads together as musical partners and contribute to DPR's mature sound. In fact, their musical chemistry has become an important structure of DPR as they share even the tiniest musical inspirations. From DPR Live's 2 EPs and 1 full-length studio album to their label's EP, DPR Archives, their works embody the musical color and direction that DPR Cream leads. DPR Cream portrays members' musical orientation and identity in DPR Archives, which contains both the past and present form of DPR. DPR Cream's high-quality sounds highlight DPR's artistic character, belief, and conviction. In his first single album, The Voyager 737, DPR Cream showed his vocal ability in addition to producing a record.
We call it try.
In the album tracks Color Drive and Problems, he confidently expressed his musical versatility by participating in writing, producing, and arranging these song structures. The behind-the-scenes story of the album is also interesting to hear. He actually had no plans to come out as a solo artist. However, other members listened to DPR Cream's recording and suggested that he should make a solo album for himself. This little story gives you a glimpse of DPR members' organic communication in music and how close they're related to each other.
일단은 뭐 해보자.
그냥 해보자 일단
그냥
현다.
또
As I mentioned earlier, DPR Cream's music style contains a variety of crossover genres: jazz, hip-hop, R&B, rock, and so on. But especially the jazz sound is the one that penetrates through DPR Cream's music. DPR Cream said that he started to learn piano after he began his career as a producer, and in the process of that, he learned how to play jazz piano. This kind of experience is the reason why you can find a unique sense of jazz melodies in DPR Cream's music. One of the pivotal roles that DPR Cream also plays is unlocking experimental sounds while not letting go of what DPR Live already has. Through DPR Cream's Midas Touch, DPR Live's first studio album, Is Anybody Out There, and DPR Label's EP, DPR Archives, fully demonstrated their future direction. DPR Cream mentioned that his musical goal is to impress the wide range of listeners by turning his ideas and experiences into music. His goal is to resonate with the public with DPR's music. There are two more people who need to be mentioned when discussing DPR. They are DPR Ram and DPR Klein. They work together with the other members, DPR Live, Cream, Ian, in the same crew. First of all, DPR Ram is the creative director of DPR, responsible for the team's marketing and business management. In matter of fact, DPR has become a blue chip in advertising through their solid branding and marketing. The role of DPR Ram is to bring spotlights to the visual art and sounds of DPR. DPR has been working with companies like Adobe, Nike, Adidas, and Budweiser. Their stylish promotional works have been well received by the public, and DPR Ram is always in the middle of the marketing and business management that creates good harmony between the companies and the label. DPR's marketing success through their own unique branding can be found in their physical albums and merchandise. DPR Live's physical album grabs attention with their album art that amplifies their musical colors, allowing the fans to see the overall concept of the album at a glance with their album art covers as DPR's marketing in a sense. If we take a closer look at each album, Coming to You Live has a picture of DPR Live in the middle with gray backgrounds. Through this album art, DPR introduces their frontman, DPR Live, while marking the beginning of DPR. Inserting 7 different sets of concept art figures related to each of these 7 songs shows that DPR is very detailed and takes a lot of time to think about how they should present their art. The EP Her had purple album color, and the EP Is Anybody Out There had orange neon color for its own album art. The color of the album and the mood of the tracks in the album were closely related. Is Anybody Out There had an interesting CD album design that is placed in a vacuum pack. The physical album, which contains a collection of many visual elements of DPR music, were sold out immediately after being released and are now being sold on the internet at a price of 10 times the original price. Other DPR's merchandise are also sold within limited quantities, and of course those are selling out in a matter of seconds. This is a clear indication that DPR Ram is successfully carrying out the best plans of business operation and marketing. Business is not the only area that DPR Ram is active in. He also gives direct musical inspiration to his team members. For example, Freestyle was first planned after DPR Ram showed Freestyle to DPR Live. DPR Ram also had plenty of conversations with DPR Live when he was going through some deep slump in his career. DPR Live asked DPR Ram a number of questions like, what's wrong with me? Is this the right path for me? What if I fail?
Is it even the right thing for me?
What if I fail? You know, we've been having these talks a lot, Ram and I.
DPR Cream calls DPR Ram the father of DPR and describes him as an anchor of the team that cannot be replaced. This means that DPR Ram is not just a creative director, but also plays a key role in balancing the team's emotional well-being. For DPR Klein, he's often referred to as the cousin of DPR Live. However, if you watch DPR's documentary, it's hard to limit DPR Klein's presence. It's just the cousins of DPR Live. The documentary clearly shows that DPR Klein is a critical member of DPR and contributes to musical inspiration and atmosphere.
Go. Is this
Recall a try. So 배전함 모든 공연 리스트 준비해놔 coming to you live.
Green apple with the yellow lips with the silver match though. Run juice with the red with the cast though.
He even participated in recordings of DPR Cream's signature sound. Just like DPR Ram described DPR as one word, freedom, the members dream of a perfect system while presenting their art to the public without being chained up. The attention-grabbing sound and visual arts of DPR are shining in a variety of facets. They express their identity in various of art forms. It could be music or it could be music video. They expose their charming points to the public through a lot of different projects, including the documentary.
레거시 이거 그냥 조치르면 돼.
레거시.
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 자기 센 목소리로.
레거시. 레거시.
DPR is a label that does not frequently appear in the media or TV programs compared to other labels. And because of this, they communicate with their fans with their various platforms like Instagram. Those videos contain not only their daily life, tour, or album productions, but the pressures and dilemmas that they have endured and made them who they are now. They're often referred to as a label that is closest to Billboard because of their exotic and trendy vibes. DPR Live himself also has mentioned that his goal is to enter the Billboard within 10 years. He does not limit himself and his dream to Korea, and that's why it's interesting to look at DPR's future movements. DPR was an indie label just a while ago, and they become a mainstream label in a very short time. It's a great achievement for a group of young dreamers who have gathered together. Those who radiate their own colors with their overflowing enthusiasm and unique colors. DPR's unique aura and their beautiful art will continue to be cherished.